7.
It's fine. Creating a zone up. Oh, the double! Oh! Oh! Okay, so this is the story of what happened to me last night, which is August 21st, 2021. This is a fiery event, okay? Emotionally. I'm setting it up like this because I don't want you to think that this is not fiery. This is big fire, okay? In fact, I don't know. How do we do this? What are we gonna... yeah. We don't really want duplicates of me. Let me fix this real quick. That's the one I want. Okay. So, start over real quick. August? It's August, right? Checking. It's September, bro. Yo, bro. September 21st, 2021. It was a bright and cold day because in Idaho, you get all the seasons every day, it feels like. And I worked my butt off that day. I had set up Naomi's coop for her second set of chickens, like entirely. We had transferred it all over, set it all up. We got all the supplies, we put them in there. The chickens are set up to go, right? And I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'd already streamed for like 6 hours, done video editing. No, just streamed for like 6 hours. Then I spent the rest of my time until like, I don't know, freaking 4 o'clock, probably. 4 or 5 o'clock, getting her chicken coop done, if not longer. It could have been 6, 7 easily. I don't even know. It was a while. Anyway, so I'm tired. And Naomi's playing her game Nier Automata. She just got into it. It's a good freaking game. Like, this is a really good game. I'm kind of sad that I watched her play it, because now it's much less, like, I want to play it much less now, but it's a really good game. Recommend it. And I'm zoning out on TikTok and stuff, just flicking, watching random stuff, just, you know, enjoying my time, chilling out next to her, letting her relax, because she's really stressed from work. As we're doing this, we had let out Naomi's Ferret Dragon. He's a new addition to the household. He is a fiery little ferret, really funny, which is awesome. Awesome. He is a hilarious ferret, great ferret. The best ferret she's ever owned, in fact, which makes this story all the more stressful. So, as we're chilling, we're sitting on it's a double wide lay down bed. We live in an RV right now because poor as fuck. Hey, poor life. And she couldn't get over me, and I was watching an anime, Reincarnation of a Slime, episode 48. I love that. I love that anime, dude. So because that is like literally my favorite anime right now, she didn't want to get over me and wanted me to like chill and watch anime. So it's like, oh, you make your choice. I can wait. You do you. Whatever you want to do. She decided to wait to be really, really nice. Well, we ended up regretting that decision pretty drastically. So you see, I installed a doggy door on this RV so the dogs can go in and out. It has been like 3 weeks of owning Dragon, and up until this point, Dragon has never, I repeat, never used said doggy door. And we thought we were good because we checked it out for a week. We thought we were good. We were goddamn wrong. Okay, so, Naomi starts looking for him. I start helping looking, and I'm pretty thorough, and I don't find him. Oh my god. To say that Naomi started breaking down instantly is not an understatement. Her whole world was imploding. You know that feeling when your stomach drops? That's instantly the feeling she felt. She loves her pets way too much, to the point where it's like a detriment to her mental health when they pass away. So I always worry when one of her pets is going to pass away because I have to pick her up for the following, like, 2 weeks to a month is my best guess, before she, like, really gets okay again. So, I'm worrying, oh shit. How do we find this guy? So I instantly go strategy mode. I'm like, okay. I start doing circles around the RV, spreading out slowly. We're squeaking the squeaker toy. For those that do not know, ferrets love to kill dying prey. So, the squeaky toy, it sounds like dying prey. So the ferret's like, I love it. They're attracted to it. They'll come after you. They will attack you with it. So, I got this loud squeaky toy. I'm running around the house. I'm walking slowly while shining the lights. Pitch black outside. Like, there is no, I can't see almost anything. And I'm shining the light to hopefully see eyes. I need to see eyes to find said ferret. The issue is, 25% of my house is flanked by a canal. Okay? It is flanked by a canal. Ferrets are creatures that like to hide. Guess what leads to the canal on my property? A bunch of freaking, like, the divots that water goes into. Little mini canals that goes to the canal. Okay? So, said ferret, very likely to go in one of those and just plunk his way into a canal and, as far as I know, die, or at least get pushed down the stream so far that we cannot find him. That's option one. Option two is that he's been gone for hours. Hours. This is going through my head, strategy-wise. I don't know. Because every time we take him out on a leash, this guy books, okay? Like, he can get across my property in, like, 2 minutes at most, okay? This guy is, like, vroom. Like, he's not slow. He's not slow. So, hours? Yeah. As far as the search goes, that creates a distance of, like, a couple of miles for me to search. And it's not just search. I have to search and squeak and pray that he comes out and meets up with me, attacks me at the very least, so I can grab him and we're good to go, right? So, these are the thoughts. And then also we have some chicken wire on half of our fence, which he cannot get through. So I was like, okay, he's more likely to go away from the canal because the chicken wire is flanking the side with the canal. So I'm like thinking, okay. So I'm walking around. Naomi's flipping out. This is her baby. She is flipping out. She's freaking just going everywhere, crying, like grabbing the squeaky toy, trying to find squeaky toy. She comes out with a chain, like, not a chain, like the kitty toy that she's flicking it up and down, and it's going off and off and off, but it's not the sound that he likes. I'm like, what are you doing? Go back in the house, get a light, do not search with me, you're wasting time. She's like, I'm sorry. It's like, stop saying sorry, go get it. Do not waste time. We don't know how much time we have. This is a search mission. I mean, every second we waste is another second. That guy zooms off if he wants, because he's an energetic young ferret. He's not tired and slow. So she goes, she does that. I keep doing my circular outward, path, looking for the ferret, doing the squeaks. As we do this, the time is dragging on, and Naomi's looking. I said, okay, Naomi, I need you to do two things for me. I regrouped up with her because we had not found him. It would have been like 30 minutes of searching on the property at this point. Okay? And at that point, you basically know it's over. It is basically over. Okay? Because you know that ferrets attack you, like, pretty aggressively if you're squeaking toys. So if you're squeaking a toy, he should appear. Okay? He should appear. He had not appeared. So, at this point, I'm like, okay, new plan. You double check the RV as best as you can. Super thorough. No fucking around. Okay? Once that's done, I want you to keep going around the RV over and over again. You're going to keep going around the RV squeaking. And that's your job. And I'm going to do the far search. So the idea behind this is that she stays around the RV and squeaks and squeaks and squeaks because there's some obstacles that he might have difficulty getting past, is my guess, right? So if he was in an obstacle that was kind of confusing for him, he was under something, he didn't know his way out, didn't know his surroundings because he's never been out before, then her being in a central location and squeaking repeatedly, potentially, if he's on the property, it's been hours, who knows if he's on the property, potentially it's better than nothing, okay? So that was her role. She started performing that role. She started performing as in she went into the RV and started double checking. Then I started expanding my search outward. After a few more of my inwards, I was like, okay, I haven't found him yet. It is likely he is not alive. It's extremely likely. Those are my thoughts at the time. In fact, it's so likely that I'm already mentally preparing myself to have to help Naomi heal after this damage. Okay? Because at this point, he could be anywhere. So I continue. Okay? So I told you that 25% of my property is flanked by a canal. The other, like, 75% is wide open fields. Luckily for me, it's pretty easy to see in those fields. Not luckily for me, he could be anywhere at this point because he's had hours to travel. So I start at this point going out to the edge of my property. We have a 2-acre plot. And I'm squeaking. I'm looking around. I'm checking every crevice. I check the pool, make sure he didn't jump in the pool and drown, because there's walkways up, and he's a very energetic ferret, like, going around, nothing. Absolutely nothing. At this point, I'm desperate. I'm desperate, dude. Because if we do not find this ferret, the issue is that my girlfriend's mental health will degrade. And it's not good because she's just not happy at her workplace right now. I mean, She's constantly anxious about her workplace. So I'm trying to help positive growth here, and this is a bombshell for her growth mentally and health, wise. So I'm at this point, I'm starting to flip a little bit inside. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm like, okay, pull myself back. We have to use the brain power here. We have to think. If we have any chance of doing this, we have to be perseverant, and we have to use our brains. We have to think this through and do this smartly. So at this point, I check the perimeter 2 or 3 times, still do not find the ferret. I go back to Naomi, I double check the RV, and I say, okay, it is likely your ferret is dead. Like, there's a very low chance that we find him at this point. And she starts bawling. Absolutely bawling. I was like, I'm not saying this to be mean, but I need you to see the reality here. That this is very unlikely that we find him. He had hours to just go wherever he pleases. And he's not on the property, as far as we could see. He's not in the RV. We know for sure. And you keep going around the RV, basically, and we're going to try. I even brought up the idea that I could take the freaking car and maybe just start driving around to do a long-distance search for this ferret, which is basically insanity because, my squeak isn't loud enough to attract him to a car, especially with the speed of the car. So I would have to literally sight him on the ground, and that's kind of hard to do. He's a big ferret, but ferrets are relatively small. So, and they lay low to the ground and they hide a lot. So at this point, desperation's setting in. And I'm like, I'm mentally preparing myself to help Naomi recover, and I'm like, God damn it! We have just barely resolved enough things that she can start being happier, hopefully. And this is coming. And I shit you not, at this point, I start praying. Or not praying, not literal praying, but asking for help to whatever higher beings there may be, spirits or whatever. Asking them to help us in the search because Naomi is a hurt soul and she does not deserve this, and she needs help. She needs help getting happier. She needs the help. She cannot take another defeat like this. Her other ferret just passed away a couple weeks ago. Like, come on. So I'm praying, and I'm full out in the field. I shit you not. I am so far out in the field. I am like so far out she can't hear my squeak. She doesn't even know where I am. And at this point, I'm concerned that I'm gonna get attacked by coyotes because I'm doing the sound of prey animals in a coyote infested area. But I'm like, doesn't matter. I gotta stand up for the woman, right? So I'm going deeper, deeper, deeper. A hawk starts calling out to me in the darkness. Okay, apparently I did a good enough squeak that it sounded like a hawk. Repeatedly, this hawk called out to me. I'm looking around, shining my flashlight everywhere. I'm in the middle of a field, dude. And I'm just like, oh, it's over. I'm trying to follow intuition, whatever, because science is out the window, thoughts are out the window. There's nothing else but luck and perhaps upper guidance, right? So I'm just going for it, looking, trying to feel, think, anything. I'm looking for any string that may attach me to said ferret. And then my phone lights up. Naomi's calling, and I'm like, what's this? Oh, fuck. Here we go. She calls, and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm out in the field. Can't you hear me squeaking? She's like, no. She's like, I found him. And I'm like, who? Everything drops off. All the thoughts, worry, stress. Who? Oh, God. They're like, fucking hell, mates. She apparently found him on the side of the house under a bunch of junk. Okay? He had, eventually, after her squeaking, came out, and she saw his eyes with the flashlight. I told her to look for eyes with the flashlight. She did that. She saw his eyes with the flashlight, and she got him, even though he bit her. He was afraid. His eyes were watery, and he was like, whoa, this is a tense experience, man. He made a bad choice. Anyways, I tell her right then and there, you say thank you. Make sure you say thank you to whatever helped you. Whatever helped you find your ferret, say thank you, and do not make this mistake again. Because we're not going to be lucky next time. We're not going to be lucky next time, potentially. We can't control this kind of thing. After a certain amount of time, with that ferret being gone, we're done. Right? She's like, I know, she's crying, bawling. She's so happy and relieved while stressed and worried, and, all the mixed emotions for her. And I'm over here like, oh my God, thank goodness I do not have to heal this wound. You know, because that would be really, really intense to have to heal a wound like that. You know, especially because it's not just a regular wound. She'd feel guilty. She'd blame herself, and that guilt, that stuff follows you. Well, in summary, we used our brains, we used our luck, we used our graces to those above, perhaps, and we got lucky. We learned a lesson, and we still have Dragon here. But very stressful night for me. Very worrisome night. I spent probably in total a couple hours looking for said ferret. It was a combination of things that allowed us to actually find him, but it could have gone so much worse. I'm glad it didn't, though. That's for sure. Thanks for supporting my dreams. If you enjoyed the video, smash that sub button and become a sexy beast today. Also, if you don't click on the bell, you'll likely never see me again. Salute, and see you later, sexy beasts.